I want to look at a question that they call pathway questions now, or routes. Different routes. For example, look at this. It says the streets of a town form a grid pattern. Oh, hey, welcome to Edmonton. Okay. A delivery driver transports fresh baked goods from the bakery to the supermarket several times a day. The bakery is 4 blocks south, 5 blocks west. So there's the bakery, there's the supermarket. 4 blocks south from the supermarket would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 blocks west, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he arrives at the bakery there, or vice versa. So if you think about it, it says bored of taking the same route, he decides to try different routes. Now, here's the big assumption. He always drives closer to the supermarket. So in other words, he doesn't double back. He doesn't go one way and then back and then tries a second way. No, once you're committed to a route, you go. How many different possible routes are there? Well, let's look at the first route. Think about it. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks and 1, 2, 3, 4 more blocks. So you go 5 plus 4, you got 9 blocks to go. You actually have 9 factorial routes. Okay, that's how you do it. You add up how many this way, you add up how many that way, a total of 9 factorial. But there are repeats. For example, if he decides to go this way, well, guess what? You got a repeat of 1. You got another repeat. Why? Because you're still going in the same direction, but you're cutting the same blocks. You're cutting these blocks again. And guess what? You're going in the same direction, and you're cutting these 5 blocks again. So if you think about it, if you're going this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, you got 4 repeats. Repeats go on the bottom. Okay? Look what happens if you go the other way. If you decide to go this way, you go, there's a repeat, there's another repeat, there's another repeat, there's another repeat, and there's another repeat. So in fact, you've got 5 repeats for that one. Well, that tells you how many different routes you have. It's very simple. So all you got to do is go 9 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 5 factorial. On your calculator, it's simple. 9 factorial, right, divided by, and I like to put them in brackets, 4 factorial times 5 factorial. Look at that. Oh my goodness, calculator tricks all over the place. For a total of 126 different routes. That's how you do these kinds of questions. They're actually pretty cool. So he can go from one to the other 126 different ways. Okay? Huh, interesting. But what happens if you suddenly run into something like this? Check out this question. Makes things a little bit interesting. Okay? It says, how many different routes can a student take to go home from school? So think about this. He starts at school and he wants to go home. He wants to go to here. Well, why is this such a weird thing? Oh, who knows? Maybe this is a park here or something. Or maybe it's a waterway and you can't get around this. Maybe over here is some sort of ginormous building that you can't go around. So you got 2 different ways that you can get this way. So think about it. Total of 2 and 2 make, from this little section here, that's 4 factorial, right? Over your repeats, which is 2 this way, 2 that way, 2 factorial, 2 factorial. And don't forget, you have to include this section here. So it's 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this would be and 3 plus 3 is 6 factorial over 3 factorial, 3 factorial. Right? But don't forget, you have to go this route and that route. When you hear the word and, you know you have to multiply. Well, this is very, very interesting then, right? 4 factorial, wait, let's see if we can clean this up and make it a little bit easier. 2 factorial is just 2 times 1. Oh my goodness, that's just 2. Another 2 factorial is 2 times 1. So in fact, this is the same as saying 2 times 2. So we got 4 factorial over 2 times 2, which you can clean up even more and go 4 factorial over 4. Oh my God, yeah, I may not even need a calculator for this because I'm going to show you something really, really cool. 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2, times 2 times 1 over 4. Check this out. The 4's cancel. 3 times 2 is 6. You got 6. I just use common sense. If you want, throw it in the calculator and you'll get exactly the same thing. Let's go to the next one then. This is 6 factorial. That's interesting. 6 factorial we'll put on top. It's a little bit bigger of a number. But 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6 times 1 is 6. This would be 6 times 6. Okay, so I'm going to do the last one here on your calculator and say 6 factorial over 36. So I'm going to multiply this number that I got way down at the bottom. Oh, check this out. 6 factorial over 30. Maybe I might not use my calculator. Let's use some smarts here. Huh. So wouldn't this be 6 times 6 factorial, which is 6 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 1 times 36, which is just 6 times. Oh my God, yeah. Those cancel out. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 6, I get 120 roots. I didn't even have to pull out my calculator for that one. Well, mic drop.